Hey everybody, welcome to Pension Why, and I am the Why Guy. Today we're answering one of the most asked questions from Australia's pensioners and soon-to-be pensioners. Why does Centrelink ask if you're single or partnered when you apply for your pension?
Trust me, this isn't just admin stuff. It directly affects how much money you could receive. And yes, whether you're married, de facto, or living together, it matters.
Let's get straight into it. Centrelink needs to know your marital or relationship status because your pension rate actually changes based on whether you're single or have a partner. Why? Because the age pension system assumes couples share living costs, so they assess your income and assets together. That means different rules and different payment amounts. Here's the official table right from the Services Australia Age Pension page. These are the maximum fortnightly rates. So if you're single, you could get up to about $1,200 a fortnight. If you're partnered, it's about $905 each, but that's because the combined total is around $1,810. Let me give you an example. Imagine two friends, Michael and Ruth. Michael is 67 and single, no partner. Ruth is also 67 but has a partner, Dave. Even if Ruth's partner doesn't get a pension because they're still living together as a couple, Centrelink checks both of their income and assets. That means Ruth gets the partner rate, not the single rate, and it could be hundreds of dollars less per fortnight than Michael. That's why Centrelink asks for marital status. It's not nosiness, it's how your pension amount is calculated. Now I hear you, people ask all the time, but why should my partner's income affect my pension? Or what if we don't share money? Or even we're de facto, do I still tell Centrelink? Here's the truth. Centrelink treats de facto and married relationships the same for pension purposes. Income and assets of both partners are assessed together. Even if you don't share bank accounts, it's still considered shared resources for pension testing. You must truthfully declare your relationship to avoid penalties or overpayment debts. This is where a lot of people miss out, and I really want you to remember this. If you are partnered and your partner moves into an aged care facility due to health or illness, Centrelink may treat you as illness separated. Illness separation means you are still partnered, but you are no longer living together due to illness, and Centrelink can pay you the single rate. That means instead of the lower partner rate, you could be paid the single pension rate, up to $1,200 per fortnight. Let me give you a real-world example. Meet Bob and Margaret. They'd been married for 40 years. Margaret develops serious health issues and moves permanently into residential aged care. Bob stays in the family home, living alone. If Bob doesn't tell Centrelink, he may keep getting the lower partner rate, even though he's now living alone and paying full household costs himself. But if Bob updates Centrelink as soon as Margaret enters aged care, Centrelink can assess him as illness separated and he may qualify for the single rate. That difference, hundreds of dollars every fortnight. This part is critical. Centrelink does not automatically know your partner has entered aged care. They don't backdate payments unless you notify them promptly. If you delay telling Centrelink, you could miss out on higher payments, lose weeks or months of back pay, create assessment problems later. So what's the takeaway? When you apply for your pension, be honest about your relationship status. Prepare to provide income and assets for both you and your partner. If things change, like a breakup or separation, tell Centrelink ASAP, because your rate will adjust when your relationship status changes. Look, I know it feels like a lot of paperwork, and yeah, sometimes it can feel like Centrelink is asking all the questions. But remember, this is how they figure out the right amount of money you're eligible for. Not too little, not too much. And most importantly, it saves you from nasty overpayment debts down the track. Alright, if you found this explanation helpful, please don't forget to check the next video. And if there is another question from the pension forms that you would like explained, you are welcome to leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching, stay informed, stay empowered, and I will see you in the next video.